I'm going to show you how to set up your first Facebook personal account. This is not a Facebook business page, which we'll be talking about in a different chapter, but your normal Facebook personal account. If you already have a Facebook personal account, you feel pretty comfortable with it, you can go on to the next movie. But if you don't, you'll find in this video how easy it is to set up, just as easy as it is with Twitter. We're at the Facebook.com homepage, and you can see that the sign-up form is very large. But actually, even before we go into signing up, I want you to notice down here where you can actually skip creating a Facebook personal account and go right directly to creating a page. A Facebook page is what you use to create a business presence on Facebook, and it is not required that you have a personal account all set up and lively first. You will be assigned a login and password to come in here and edit your Facebook page, but you won't have to worry about maintaining a personal account. And this might be just a ticket for someone on your staff who's not into Facebook but needs to be able to edit the page that you're working with. You might want to set them up that way. But I actually strongly suggest that if you are the primary person in charge of your Facebook marketing, that you have both a personal and a page that you're administering on Facebook, because it's the personal accounts on Facebook that your customers will be using. And you want to see and understand how they work with their Facebook personal account. So we're back here under Facebook.com. Fill in your first and last name and an email address, and then re-enter it so they can make sure it's correct. Unlike Twitter, you need to put in your actual first name, your actual last name, and you can only have one email address per account, and you can only have one account per carbon-based life form. That's in the terms of service, which we'll be talking about later on. Unlike Twitter, they really don't want you to have multiple accounts. So I have already created an account for the purposes of this video, which we'll cancel just temporary, by the name of Ann Smithson, who owns the Bliss No. 5 chocolate company. I've already created this, but if you're stepping through it, you'll see that there is a wizard in Facebook as you click OK that says enter your personal information, upload your picture, tell us your Gmail account so we can find your friends. If you want, you can just click the little tiny skip button at the bottom of each of those, and you'll end up on a page like this where you can go ahead and edit your information manually. You can always go back and change your mind, by the way, after you've set these things up. So I'm here under basic information where I can enter my current city. Your birthday is important because they want to make sure that you are over 13 years old, and in some cases over 21 years old, because a lot of the content sometimes is age restricted. You can go ahead and upload a profile picture. This is the one I've chosen for Ann Smithson, and so on. This is not as critical if you're using Facebook for business marketing as the picture that we'll be uploading for your Facebook business page. This is just your personal page. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time in going through all this because there is a fantastic title here at lynda.com called Facebook Essentials that takes a very detailed look at all of these different options when you're creating your Facebook personal profile. But here we have Ann Smithson's Facebook homepage. Let's just talk about the basics of how a Facebook personal profile works. Like Twitter, there is a little field here where you would enter a status. There is no 140 character limit, though. You can enter something really long. If it goes too long, I think it's 400 characters, you'll get a message saying it's too long. And sometimes your post will end up with a little more link that people will have to click to read. But you can also include photos and links. You can include a video. You can take a little poll questions. Pretty interesting. The people that see what you post here are your friends. And by default, the privacy settings for Facebook, which is an important issue, say that anybody can see what you post here, similar to Twitter. But in the video later in this chapter where I talk about privacy, I'll show you how you can change that. Normally, what you want is that only your friends see what you're posting here. So we are on the home page, and on the home page, we see Ann Smithson's news feed, what all of her friends have posted in reverse chronological order, similar to the Twitter page showing reverse chronological order of the people that we were following. But in addition to personal page updates, we see Facebook page updates. So Design Geek is actually a Facebook page. It looks very similar to a personal page in that it also has this thing called a wall, meaning it's a place where everybody posts information. And you can see what they have posted in reverse chronological order. Instead of friends, a Facebook page has something called likes. In this case, Design Geek has 618 people who like this. If I look at another page that I have not actually liked yet, okay, so Ann Smithson has no relationship to this page, you can see I can still see just about every post on the wall. I can tell that I haven't liked this page yet because there is a like button that appears here. For Design Geek, it's not there. So it's almost like having a miniature website when you have a Facebook page. And again, we have an entire chapter where we delve very deeply into creating and promoting your Facebook pages. In this video, I just want you to understand the difference between a personal profile that you've set up and the Facebook business page. Now, if you want to add friends to your list, you can either go to the See All Friends interface here and invite friends. Or you can also upload your contact list from all different kinds of email accounts. Or if you happen to know your friend's name on Facebook, you could search for it. Like, for example, Tom Mueller is a friend of mine, and I can't see much of his info until I become his friend, so I can click Add as Friend. Tom Mueller has to approve my request before I can see his information. But we're looking at Tom's info page right now. Notice that Tom has a wall. Remember, that's where his posts appear. If I click his wall, I can see all of the posts that people have written to Tom Mueller's Facebook page because he hasn't changed his privacy settings. Let's go back to our own homepage. So what do people see when they go to Ann Smithson's wall? Like how we just looked at Tom Mueller's wall. To see that, you go to Profile, where it shows your strip of pictures and all the other kinds of things that you haven't entered yet down here. And then on the left-hand side underneath the picture, you click Wall. And here are all of Ann Smithson's posts. So this is similar to that view in Twitter where you can see all of your own tweets as opposed to your Twitter feed from all the people that you're following. I know it's confusing, but it will get straight in your head by the time this video title is over. The important thing is that you need to create at least a starter personal account on Facebook so that you can experience the service just like your customers and your potential customers will be. Now that we've set up our personal account on Facebook, let's go on and explore some other aspects of working with a personal account when you're trying to promote your business.